The Minnesota Vikings backup quarterback position right now is shared between Sean Mannion and Kellen Mond as co-backup quarterbacks. It's an absolute joke, but according to Kevin Seifert, a shakeup may be on the way for that position. He says, quote, "My understanding is that internally the Vikings are very open to the possibility that the backup quarterback isn't on the roster. There are two factors there. How do these guys perform, Kellen Mond and Sean Mannion, and who's potentially available?" So it's likely that the both of them are going to get a ton of action in this Sunday's preseason game against Las Vegas, which evidently the front office and coaching staff, they need to see that first before making a decision. Now, Kellen Mond, reportedly, he's been god-awful in training camp, but I can understand why you may want to see him in a preseason game. It is his second season, after all, coming out of Texas A&M. But Sean Mannion, all jokes aside, I'm being dead serious when I say this. The man has been in the league since 2015. Going into 2022, this is going to be his 8th season in the league. It is nothing short of amazing how this organization continues to allow this man to steal money from them for at least 3 years. If he makes the final 53, it'll be 4 years. I've never seen anything like this in my life. He doesn't belong in the National Football League. Certainly not as a player. As a coach, okay, maybe, but you remember Tim Tebow when he went to minor league baseball and there was pushback? How could he take a roster spot from someone more deserving? Well, Sean Mannion has been a dead-end barrier from a prospective player that has a better chance of contributing to the team than him. Now we're questioning his job security. And what's more hilarious is the people that cover the team, Vikings media, for years that have been nonstop unapologetically simping for Sean Mannion as if he's the second coming of Jesus. Now we're going to second guess this guy? That's why I just haven't been able to take the backup quarterback position for this team seriously. I can't do it until he's gone. With that said, if the Vikings are going to make a move for a backup quarterback, what options are there? So I talked about this with Declan Goff on Monday. We mentioned Gardner Minshew, and as fun as that would be, the Philadelphia Eagles, they're not going to trade him. I don't think the Eagles are completely sold on Jalen Hurts. He's had an up and down camp, very inconsistent. So Gardner Minshew is way too valuable to the Eagles organization right now. Realistic backup quarterback replacements for this team comes down to two guys, Jimmy Garoppolo and Sam Darnold. If I had to pick between the two, I would take Garoppolo just because he's less likely to screw up. It'd be very Christian Ponder-esque, which is not great. However, Sam Darnold gets flustered way too easily. One bad play, one bad throw, he will take himself out of the game mentally. However, to acquire either of these players, if you're the Minnesota Vikings, it would have to be after they get cut. The Vikings cannot afford to make a trade for these guys because Garoppolo, if you traded for him, Minnesota would absorb a $25.5 million cap hit. Sam Darnold, $18.8 million. Out of the question. Wait for one of them to get cut, then make your move if you're the Vikings. And at this point in their careers, as long as they're exercising self-awareness, they'll understand that their days as far as being a starter are all but over. That is, unless they serve as a bridge quarterback for a year. If none of those options are possible for the Vikings, the only other options you have left are Sean Mannion and Kellen Mond.